everyone. Welcome to Pretty Girl Love Trap content. This is my review for Power Book 2, Season 2, Episode 6, What's Free? Y'all, your girl was thoroughly entertained. I think this is my favorite episode thus far of the season. Like, I don't know. I wasn't expecting a lot from episode 6 because episode 5 was good. So your girl's expectation was pretty low. So I was thoroughly entertained and glued to the television screen. Okay. So I was very happy with this episode. And before I get into it, I'm just going to just put it out there. Effie, I just love me some Effie. Like, she is the low-key VIP. Oh, Lord, a VIP child. Am I thinking about somebody club? MVP of the episode, y'all. I don't know, like, I was low-key pro Lauren a little bit, but Effie, I don't know, like, they always been equally yoked. Don't get me wrong. But Effie, she played Tariq, last time, and that kind of hurt your girl's heart, okay? We can't be up in here hurting the Tariq and whatnot. So I was, had my eye, on Effie, my good eye. And, yeah, she really came through in the clutch. And I'm like, okay, she may be here to stay. And, as to being the ride or die for Tariq, y'all. So I love Effie in this episode. Like, she did it for me, okay? But let's go into this episode, all right? So we start off, y'all, in the hood effery of it all. Because when the convicts get free, we got to have the celebration, all right? Okay, so we are at the house, the Tejada family house, and we are having the shindig, okay? We are having the Ice Cube of it all. Welcome home party, okay? We got all of, the associates of Lorenzo, everybody's drinking Coronas and having a good old time, okay? And Monet ain't here okay? Because she ain't seen none of these people, it seemed like, since he went in, all right? So she's not happy about this party. And I ain't gonna lie, Monet, like, I'm not one for being fake. But girl, in this situation, I'm gonna need you just put a little bit more smiles and act like you're happy the goddamn man is home. I'm just saying, like, girl, I know you got a lot going on in your head, but you can't let people, see your cars. Like, she running around, at this party, not being a good host. She just got the little stank face going, and I'm like, girl, check your attitude, okay? Or go upstairs into your bedroom and don't come out, okay? Because we don't need your energy up in here, okay? Lorenzo is trying to enjoy his time here, okay? Because he is freeze now. He's freeze now, okay? He ain't got to worry about not dropping the soap. I mean, he probably wasn't worried about dropping the soap anyway. Everybody else probably had to worry about dropping the soap. But he was getting conjugal visits, so he probably didn't have to go to the other route, I guess you would say, when it comes to the sexuality of it all. But yeah, Lorenzo, he is having a good time eating and, just being merry, and he is propping the hell up. The hell up for Diana. He is going so hard for Diana. He said she is the realest nigga up in here, okay? She done got her pops out of the prison, okay? And he pretty much making Monet feel like shit, okay? Because he is bigging Diana up, and Diana is here for all of the glory, okay? All of the lack of compassion and love that she's been getting from Monet, she is now getting from Lorenzo, okay? So Diana, she is feeling herself, all right? And so Zeke comes in, and y'all, this threw me off. Like, I'm so confused, okay? So Zeke and, Everett and maybe another homeboy come through, and Lorenzo's homeboys kind of check Zeke at the door like, yo, what's going on? And so Lorenzo come up, he was like, just really standoffish when it came to Zeke. And I'm like, why is he acting that way? He was like, hey, I'm Zeke. Auntie Monet said it was cool for me and my homeboys to come in. So they proceed to frisk Zeke. And I'm like, bruh. And so Monet was like, hey, my nephew Zeke, blah, blah, blah. So there's so many things going on here. One, Lorenzo, bruh. Like, Monet, she had that near picture in the house with Zeke. You ain't seen that net interview. Nothing. You ain't watch ESPN or nothing up in the jailhouse, but you just watching telenovela, Telemundo the whole time. Like, even though you may not know, have not seen him in person, you should know how he look. I'm just saying, like, it just does not make sense. Like, they made the timeline clear. Okay, Lorenzo's been in jail for at least 10 years. Zeke came to live with Monet and the family since he was in high school. So even if Tariq was a senior in college, he would have been at least in their house for 8 years. So still leaving enough time for him and Lorenzo not to see each other in person. But Monet did say, hey, you remember him. It's probably been a while you haven't met him, or, it's been a while since you've seen him. So even if he did see Zeke when he was 5 or 6, if Zeke came from down south and visited, the family up north, because that's what people do, or have done back in the day. If you from New York, you would go down south to see your family down south for the summer, and vice versa. So yeah, this whole scene just threw me off. Lorenzo, he was just very rude, like, it was just really off. And I'm just like, this is bothering me. Okay. So yeah, I don't know what's going on, y'all. Like, it's really, I don't know. Like, a part of me feel like he knows something is off with Zeke. And I can't say that he knows that Zeke is Monet's son. I don't know, y'all. I don't know. Y'all drop down in the comments and let me know what's going on and what y'all feel about this. Okay. So y'all, we at the table, and Lorenzo, he is not wasting any time, okay? He is like, yo, bro, I'm trying to get back, get my kingship on, okay? So he got people that he was locked up with there, and he's trying to connect, just like old times. He's trying to get everything back to old times. And I'm like, bro, like, you just got out, like, what, 2 hours ago? Lorenzo was like, time is of the essence, okay? Time is of the essence, all right? And so we see Lil Guap and Kane there, and I'm like, you ain't welcome here, bruh. Like, what's going on? Everybody is at this party, okay? And so we see Lorenzo, he's over there, and he's just trying to pretty much low-key introduce Drew to all of his little, criminal associates, okay? Propping pretty much Drew to be his number 2, okay? And it's a lot going on. I love this scene because it shows everybody's interactions with everyone and not necessarily using words. And I loved it because Zeke and Everett is looking at Lil Guap like, dude, what you doing here? And Kane, why you bringing this dude here? Because he almost shot us, okay? And so Drew and Everett, they all making googly eyes at each other from afar. Monet peeping it. Like, it's so much going on. And so one of Lorenzo's associates like, hey, that chicken was good. Like, can we go ahead and get some more chicken? So, Diana was like, I'll go ahead and get it, Poppy. And Monet was like, no. Lorenzo was like, no, Monet, she can go fetch the chicken. Like, she's some goddamn, the Popeyes lady and whatnot. Like, come on. Maybe I'm being too sensitive, y'all, because when it comes to chicken and black people, I start feeling that way. Y'all, I'm bringing that goddamn corona back in my system. Oh, God, I'm killing myself, y'all. I just be feeling the way. Like, I don't know. Like, Lorenzo, he is on one at this point, all right? And I'm sorry for coughing in y'all ears. I'm just keeping it real. I'm not trying to edit, undo nothing, okay? Y'all just getting the straight, real deal, holy feel out of me, okay? Which I always do. So, y'all, Kane, he pissed now because he's like, I'm trying to be number 2, Papi Chulo. Like, come on. Like, I've been doing all the work. I got the connect going on. Like, what is going on here, okay? So pretty much Kane, he's gone from hating on Tariq from last episode now to hating on Drew. And I'm like, bro, you need a new hobby. Like, I'm tired. I am tired. Okay? And so Monet, she's tired of looking at the googly eyes between Everett and Drew. And so she sends Drew out to the garage to get something. And meanwhile, she's over here telling like Everett, like, yo, I know who you are, and get the F out my house, you little snitching ass nigga. So he over there like looking for Drew. She was like, he ain't coming back, okay? So I'm like, yeah, Everett, you need to go on, because this is not the life for you, okay? We've shown plenty of times how you clam up, bruh. You clam up when you get in tough situations. So yeah, bruh, we need Drew to be with somebody like Omar from The Wire. You know what I'm saying? Like, we need him with a little, another little, thug type dude, or if not a thug type dude, somebody just okay with him with being in a life, because you ain't it ever. But Everett's going to die. If not next episode 8, okay? Because if y'all seen the previews, we see it looks like Drew is about to get his hands dirty. I think either Drew or Kane is going to kill Everett. I feel like possibly Lorenzo may give the order. I don't know, y'all. Like, they are not showing Everett and Drew so much in the past couple episodes for no reason. We are clearly seeing like, hey, Everett knows way too much. So yeah, Everett's going to die. And it's going to turn Drew into a savage, okay? And yeah, y'all, it's going to be a hot mess, okay? So the next day, y'all, you know what I'm saying? Lorenzo, he got that free punani, what have you. And Diana came in and got him the Rudy Tooty Fresh and Fruity, okay? She went up in there, started whipping them cakes or whatever, you know what I'm saying, using the kitchen. And she, made him some blueberry pancakes and all the little things, he wants. And Poppy, he's real appreciative. And Monet, you know what I'm saying, she was like, dang, like, I don't get no breakfast. And she was like, this is Poppy's welcome home breakfast. I'm like, Monet, girl, in the past 10 years, I could probably count how many home cooked meals you made, okay? You was fronting like you was cooking whatever, but I'm sure it was HelloFresh or DoorDash or Uber Eats, or, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? She done picked up a box of chicken from the local grocery store. Like, girl, we know you wasn't cooking. We know you wasn't up in there cooking, slaving, girl. Bye. Like, who you fooling? So before Diana enters the room, Lorenzo and Monet did have a little pivotal situation and a nice little conversation about Drew. So long story short, Lorenzo knows Drew is gay, and I'm not sure if he necessarily is accepting of it, but he is not, objecting of it, or that's not turning him off from him having Drew as his number 2. And I really appreciated that, guys. We did not need a whole situation about, trying to like shun him from the family for being gay and all that. We don't need all that. It's 2022 up in here, okay? We are a progressive drug dealing family or whatnot, okay? We ain't got time to be worrying about who's messing with who, all right? And so, the boys come in, was like, hey, Dad, I got your clothes from the garage, but, it needs to be updated, of course, because this fashion is probably outdated. And, Lorenzo's like, hey, everything's going to be just how it used to be. We're going to have Sunday dinners, shout out to Soul Food and Big Mama. That's what I thought of. And, Monet, she was like, nah, bro, I'm not trying to have it like it used to be. She just got the steak things on all episode, all right? And I'm low-key here for it, okay? It's time for Monet to get her just due, all right? So Tariq now, he in court, and low-key, I wasn't really feeling too bad, because we know Tariq not going to be in jail for forever, okay? We know, the season is not going to survive too long with Tariq being locked up. So, the judge, he's like, nah, he's not getting any bail, okay? Because he has access to money, therefore he is going to be a flight risk. And yeah, y'all, we not gonna see Tariq get out right now. And so Davis and Stacks pretty much, well, Davis more so, told Tariq like, hey, we need you to get judge who possibly has some influence, you know what I'm saying? Because since you are out here, accused of killing the cops and whatnot, that ain't no good look, bruh. And they're going to try to make an example out of you. So you need to really come with it. And we could possibly get another judge that can, grant you your freedom or whatnot. All right. So y'all at the bar, we see Papi Chulo and the boys, you know what I'm saying? And he's like, hey, Kane, I want to meet the Connect, okay? I need to meet him. And I was like, this is something Monet should have been done. You know what I'm saying? She should have been very forceful about this whole Connect meeting when she was just real lackadaisy and just not as, aggressive regarding this Connect situation as she should have been. So Kane was like, all right, I'm going to work on it. And he was like, yeah, because we need to get this together so me and Drew can go ahead and get business started. So Kane, he pissed off because like, dang, y'all just going to leave me out? Y'all gonna leave me out? And Drew low-key don't want to do this because he was like, hey, Poppy, I don't have to worry about, meeting the Connect because you and mommy home. I don't have to worry about that. But Poppy Chulo was like, no, you never know what's going to happen. You got shot. So, but this game is very unpredictable. So who knows? You're going to have to take over and put your sister and your brother in position to take care of yourselves and, maintain the family business, all right? Because we're talking about generational wealth, okay, in the illegal sense and whatnot. But Drew, his hoard is not in it, okay? Drew wants to draw. He wants to draw, okay? He does not want to be Nino Brown. He wants to be Picasso, okay? But they ain't trying to hear that. It's like, y'all let Diana over here, you know what I'm saying? Possibly follow her dreams. We'll get to that in a minute. But yeah, Drew is smart, and he possibly can be groomed to be the leader and the boss, but his heart is not in it. But I do feel like he's going to need something very pivotal to turn his heart cold. Like a Marion, the icebox where my heart used to be. I'm so cold. So he's going to need something. And I feel like Everett's death can take him there. So if somebody put two in Everett, you know what I'm saying? One shot to the head and to the heart. Shout out to Kata's mama in Power Book 3. You know what I'm saying? So somebody's going to have to kill Drew kill Everett in order for Drew to possibly get a little cold. Because we already see, he got the reporter. He gave him a nice little punch. You know what I'm saying? He's definitely loyal in regards to his family. So yeah, y'all, Drew, he's about to be taking over the business, y'all. So Monet, she presses Diana up in the bathroom, primping herself up or whatnot. And she was like, yeah, about this money you stole, like, what's going on here? And the fact that you ain't even tell me your daddy was coming out, like, sis. And so Diana's been feeling herself. She has been smelling herself so much since Papi Chulo came home. Yeah. Monet had to, she yoked her up. She yoked the girl up, choked her out. And I was here for, okay, one thing you not gonna do with a black mama. One thing you gonna do with a black mama, you ain't about to come and disrespect her, okay? She don't care who is around, okay? Now, she probably ain't been able to do it if Lorenzo was around, okay? Because he would have saved Diana. But yeah, what you're not going to do is disrespect Monet. Don't get me wrong. Monet is definitely not the mother of the year. We already know that she is a horrible mother. And low-key a horrible boss. But yeah, Diana, she has been disrespectful the entire time. So yeah, Monet, I'm not mad at you, girl. So after she, choked her out, she was like, get out my house, girl, because I'm going to kill you, okay? I done killed the man, but it's Millie that I thought he stole, but you actually stole. And Diana going to tell her, I ain't tell you to do that. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Shout out to you, Monet, okay? So Tariq, he in jail, and he just, you know how I guess what happens in jail, you start thinking about ish and and start thinking about life, okay? And he is getting, you know what I'm saying, glimpse of the ghost of Canaan, I should say. And he say, hey, I want to put bullets on everybody. I want to get the AK and start blasting everybody, okay? It's everybody's fault that I am up in here. And Kanan, I mean, not to say is a shocker, but he's really making some valid points. He was like, yo, you got to think about who was behind Kane's decision of framing you, because Kane ain't smart enough to do this on his own, all right? And so he was like, yeah, you're right. So long story short, he was like, dang, Monet is behind all of this. But Kana was like, little Negro, like, you got to really be thinking about the whole chessboard, okay? Because it could be the ones that are closest to you that ultimately got you up in here in this jail cell and whatnot, okay? And so I really love the fact that Kanan was really, you know, giving your boy some valid thoughts. So I really appreciate it, okay? So y'all, Lauren, she goes to the classroom and presses Professor Sexaholic, you know what I'm saying like, hey, you knew this whole time that Tariq was the one everybody was looking at. And so, of course, you know, she's being very condescending, was like, you know, Tariq, you know, he deserved it. And, you know, we didn't want you to have to save him because he's dangerous and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, Harry, when is she going to die? If she don't die or get fired in the next episode, y'all, I'm protesting. I'm writing. I'm getting the petitions set up, and I'm going to put a link down in the description box for y'all to stop signing it, because this is a hot ass mess, okay? So Monet, she's discussing Lorenzo's, you know, freedom with Dante, and, you know, giving it all abreast with the whole family situation. And she's, you know, kind of pumping her brakes a little bit, and is like, I don't know if I can continue with you now that my husband is home. But she is still at this point agreeing to let Dante meet Zeke, okay? So I'm like, all right, I kind of see where you coming from, Monet. But you don't love Lorenzo. But she's trying to, I guess, you know, save face and keep her family together, all right? So Lorenzo, he calls Monet while she's with Dante, okay? And he was telling her, like, yo, your boy Tariq, he locked up. He is locked up. And how did you, you know what I'm saying? Why did you and Kane, you know, set this up? Because this is all going to fall back on you. And, Monet, she was like, God, dog, like, Kane can't do nothing right. He can't do nothing right. And so Monet, she meets up with Davis and offers him 250 bands for any, you know, developments that may occur within the case that may have anything to do with her family. And of course, he ups the price to $500K. And I'm like, Davis, bruh, I'm not even mad at you, bruh, but dang, let me see that bank statement. I'm saying, how long have you been cheating the people out of their monies? I'm just saying, because this ain't your first case, bruh. What is that account looking like? I ain't gonna lie, like, Davis, I mean, he's getting paid. He is getting paid, all right? So Monet and Kane, they in the kitchen, and they're talking about the whole situation about needing another $250K for Davis's, you know, little fee or what have you. And they're trying to figure out, like, hey, how can we raise this money? You know what I'm saying? Tariq locked up. We still need course correct going on because that's our only means right now. So Kane, you know, kind of gives her the idea to possibly have Brayden as the number one, you know what I'm saying, to run course correct, okay? And so she was like, all right, I must, you know, set up a meeting with Brayden and don't tell nobody. This is our little secret alliance that we have going on, because we know if Papi Chulo find out about this, he is not happy, because Papi Chulo is old school, okay? He don't know nothing about this course correct. There's this upgraded drug dealing situation. He don't know nothing about technology. He probably barely know how to send a text message. He wants to sell the drugs the old old-fashioned way on the street corners or whatnot, okay? He don't know nothing about no app, no nothing. Like, so Lorenzo, one of them dudes, if ain't nothing he's comfortable with or can understand, within a minute's explanation, he don't want no parts of it, okay? He wants to do the drugs and the drugs dealing a nice, simple way where you go on the corner and you find the crackhead and you go ahead and give the crackhead the drugs for the exchange of the money, okay? He ain't got time for no QR codes and no Amazon lock boxes. What? But you probably should have took a technology class in jail or whatnot. The dudes be getting the GEDs and degrees or whatnot up in the prison. I mean, what was you doing the whole time in jail? What was you doing those 10 years besides bossing Monet around, getting conjugal visits? Oh, Lord, the ghetto. So Tate, he visits Tariq in jail, and he was like, yo, bro, I've been giving you favors all season, okay? And you want another favor, but you have yet to deliver on our little plan and whatnot. So Tariq was like, yo, bro, I know about this photo album that has all types of possible, things that can get Sweetie, some controversy, okay? So when you get, access to a new judge for my case that can let me out on some bail or bond or whatever you guys say, I'm sorry, I think it's out on bail. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm a little, I'm not too much of a breast on my jail terminology at this point, okay? I mean, I am, but it's morning, okay? I'm a little still, on my morning brain and whatnot, okay? So he was like, okay, cool. We can go ahead and set this up, okay? But if you don't come through, Tariq, I'm going to be on that ass, okay? I'm going to be on that ass. And y'all, low-key, I love me some Tate. I mean, he's definitely the evil Carlton Banks. But he's low-key, like, becoming Tariq's little, godfather. Like, I kind of like it. I hated him in the original. Well, I can't say I hated him in the original Power because I was always pro Ghost and anti anybody who was effing with Ghost. But yeah, I'm definitely feeling Tate's character, okay? So y'all, Papi Chulo, okay? He's with the family. They at the dinner table and they're discussing the business, okay? And Papi Chulo is telling us the new plan, okay? We not messing with them drugs in Stansfield no more. We gonna go ahead and take over these streets in Queens, and we are taking these corners, okay? Taking these corners. Everybody's gonna get their own crew. Monet, you can fall back, you know what I'm saying? You go home, but go back to being Susie Homemaker or Martha Stewart. Nice little housewife situation. And Diana, we got a little surprise for you, girl. So this is the new plan for everybody. Monet is like, what? And this is my confusion, okay? Because Dante is offering Monet a way out without having to sell him the drugs, okay? Now, low-key, Lorenzo is kind of offering the same thing, but the difference is Mecca, aka Dante, in Monet's point of view, Dante is not in the drug game, to her knowledge. So Dante is offering her a way out in the legal sense. So with Lorenzo still trying to sell the drugs and Monet still being a housewife, that's not really freedom per se. So yeah, there is a difference, but at the end of the day, both dudes are offering you a way to not have all this stress up in your chest, girl, trying to kill the people and make sure you got deadlines and drugs and re-up and all that. That is stressful. I can see why she all tense and got wrinkles in her forehead and whatnot, y'all. I can't. Selling drugs is too much. You got to worry about the ops and the cops. You know what I'm saying? She got the kids going on. Like, it's a lot, y'all. But, y'all, we see Tariq, he's back in court. And this new judge, I ain't gonna lie now, he was making a great case. He was talking about, the case being possible due to racism because, we had Zeke first and now we got another black man, Tariq, trying to, they try to, get him to take the fall. And, it's working, y'all. He ends up giving Tariq free or whatever. He gets, say, hey, you get 10% bond And yeah, your boy can go ahead and, you know what I'm saying, get access to the free life, but I not really, because he gonna have this ankle bracelet, okay? So he can only be on campus, the little apartment that Lauren set up, and Davis's office, okay? And so, you know, Davis, you could tell he just a professional, okay? He telling Tariq, like, you know, yo, they got a target on your back, so make sure you move it correct, because, you know what I'm saying, you low-key a cop killer in these streets, in terms of, you know what I'm saying, what the streets is saying. So I'm gonna need you to keep a low profile, all right? And so Tariq was like, hey, did you find, you know, my mom yet? And Davis was like, no. So when Tariq leaves the room, Davis asked, you know, Sax about his mom, and apparently she just got relocated to New Mexico, what have you. And yeah, so I'm not sure if Tariq wants to just talk to his mom just because he misses his mom. But I really feel like he wants to either talk to her about Yaz, or maybe get some advice from her, or all three. Like, I mean, he low-key don't have nobody out here. He is a lone wolf, okay? And I'm like, hey, Tariq, I mean, you low-key did this to yourself, bro. But I do still feel bad, all right? So, y'all, Tariq goes, you know, immediately back to his dorm room, okay? And he has a little chit chat with Braden, okay? And they have a argument. I'm just saying, it was really reminiscent of Tommy and Ghost, how they used to be arguing back and forth or whatnot. And Braden, he comes clean about the whole situation with Kane, and Tariq, he low-key tried to sunbraid and was like, hey, you don't gotta do this. You come from a rich family. You go ahead and ask your daddy for a job. You set up for life. And Braden was like, bruh, do you not remember your pappy? Your pappy James St. Patrick, okay? You was a free, rich, bratty-ass kid, too, and you wanted to live this dumbass drug life with me. I mean, he ain't saying it in those words, but that's pretty much what Braden was saying. I was like, Braden, touche, bro. Touche. I think Tariq needed to hear that. I mean, he probably knew that, but he needed somebody to say that out loud. Because I think Tariq be forgetting, y'all. I think Tariq low-key think he came from the projects. Because, yeah, Tariq, bruh, like, you had choices. You had all of the choices and whatnot, all right? So, y'all, Braden's on his interview with Monet and Kane, and pretty much does not get hired for the job, okay? And he was just doing too much. Like, he was talking about how his family, like, he was getting real personal. Like, you don't come to a job interview talking about how your family don't appreciate you and how much they think you a F up. Like, that ain't gonna get you hired, bro. Like, I'm gonna need you to come a little better and more correct next time, okay? So they go their separate ways. And so Lauren and Tariq meet up, you know, on campus. And low-key, Lauren is not the ride or die, okay? Because Tariq was like, I had my hearing and you were nowhere in sight, ma'am. Okay, you supposed to be my girl. My girl. Like, girl, you were so thirsty for Tariq. Thirsty, okay? And now he get hemmed up for a couple little minor murder charges, and you gonna stay. Sorry, I couldn't finish that sentence with a straight face, y'all. I ain't gonna lie now, Lauren. That is a lot. That is a lot, girl. So I can see you like, nah, bro, you ain't the one for me. So I'm not really too mad at Lauren in a general sense, you know what I'm saying? But we talk about Tariq, okay? We need everybody on Tariq's side, all right? So Lauren, you should have been there, okay? You should have been his ride or die chick, but you wasn't. You wasn't, okay? So Tariq, you know what I'm saying? He's telling her, like, I didn't do this, okay? I didn't do this. And yeah, your girl, Carrie, she effing with Tariq, okay? And that's why, this whole thing is falling back on me, all right? And so she was like, oh my God, are you serious? And he was like, yeah, girl, but that's all right. You already showed your card. So I'm going to get my ish out your brother's apartment. And yeah, we done. I'm done with you. And I'm like, you know what, Tariq, I really felt that breakup, bruh. I really felt it. And I feel like it may not be done with him and Lauren. But yeah, I really felt that. So Lauren, she immediately goes to Carrie's office. And yeah, she was like, oh yeah, girl, you lied to me and you played the F out of me. And you know what? I found out about you and your little boy toy, Zeke and whatnot. And that's all right. I'm going to expose you, okay? So y'all, Y'all better check the Shade Room or World Star or TMZ or something, because Lauren is coming for that ass, okay? She is going to let everybody know about Professor Sexaholic, okay? And she was giving that cooch to the students, all right? So, y'all, Effie visits Tariq, okay? And I'm like, I love Effie, y'all. It's just something about Effie. I love her. Okay. So she was like, hey, bro, I just wanted to check on you, see how you was doing. You know what I'm saying? She offers Tariq a little bread. You know, if you don't know, the term bread is money, moolah, cheddar, however you want to say it. You know what I'm saying? She was like, hey, I just, thought you needed a friend. Thank you for being a friend. Travel down the road and back again. Your heart is true. You're a pal and a confidant. Sorry. Shout out to Betty White, man. R.I.P. my girl, Betty White, man. They could have let Betty White see 100, y'all. Her birthday is January 17th, the day after my birthday. They could have let her see the 100. I feel cheated for her. I feel real cheated, but God was like, yeah, Betty, I ain't going to put you through 2022 because it's about to be some bull. I hope not, y'all, because I'm hoping some good-ish out of 2022, okay? The COVID done got you, girl, 2021. I'm done. I am done, okay? But shout out to Betty. I'm about to say Betty right, y'all. Betty White, okay? So, yeah, Lauren, she comes in and, was consoling Tariq. And Tariq low-key confesses and come clean to Effie and just tell her everything. And I appreciated that. I mean, Effie doesn't have a good track record when it comes to being loyal to Tariq. But at the end of the day, I do feel like she's going to hold all this info to her chest, okay? But she pretty much serves as a sounding board for Tariq. And he needs that, okay? Because he ain't got nobody he could really be completely honest with, okay? He has Lauren, but she's too green. Braden's too green, and he has a backing. He has a rich family, and they have a name. So if Braden was to get in trouble, he's going to have his family. Tariq don't have nobody. So him and Effie low-key kind of comes from a similar place, even though I feel Effie did not necessarily come from a rich family, but I just think they stay on one accord. So I really love Tariq and Effie's dynamic. So, she was really trying to break this whole Braden beef down. And she was like, hey, why are you really mad at Braden? And he was like, hey, Braden was keeping things from me with the whole Kane thing. She was like, well, did you explain why he should not be around Kane? And pretty much giving him all of the rebuttals and the questions that he really needs to analyze. So she low-key, was getting Tariq to understand, like, hey, you got some faults too, bruh. And I feel like that's one thing that Ghost possibly did not really have, because we see Tariq has a lot of traits that Ghost have, okay? And he used to keep things from Tommy all of the time and, to their detriment. So I think, this is part of Tariq being Ghost 2.0, because if he keeps Effie around and to really be that sounding board and that second brain, he could really be powerful. So he really needs to keep Effie up in his back pocket. But speaking of back pocket, yeah, they got it going on and they had the sex, y'all. And I'm just like, I don't know why I was happy. I'm just like, I'm Team Effie now, y'all. I'm Team Effie. I can't say I switched teams because I always loved Effie, but she did do Tariq wrong, so she had a little strike against her. But yeah, y'all, like, I'm excited. And I do feel like Tariq is going to end up taking Diana's virginity eventually. Oh my God. Oof. Ooh, it's going to be straight loving hip hop up in here, okay? Well, maybe love and crack rocks. Love and crack rocks up in here. Somebody call Mona Scott Young to get this show cracking, okay? So y'all, we at the Tejada and they having a family dinner and they thinking they the Cosbys and whatnot, laughing, giggling, and have a good old time about reminiscing. And I'm like, okay, this is a cute little cheesy moment or whatnot. So Monet, she's looking at all of her family just being happy and joking, you know what I'm saying? And that's something that she couldn't do in the past 10 years because she was all up on the kids and whatnot, okay? On their back, breathing like a damn dragon, okay? Just fire out her breath. The whole 10 years she been, so-called taking over the business, okay? So she was like, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and get some quote-unquote cheesecake, okay? Because that's, where she met Mecca the first time was at Junior's Cheesecake. So that's probably her little code word. And that's probably another cute little way for her to remember her lies because, she can be like, you remember, Lorenzo was to question her in the future. Remember that night you got cheesecake? And she was like, cheesecake, that's my boo Mecca's, a little spot or what have you. So, she said she goes, going to go ahead and get some cheesecake. And low-key goes to Mecca and breaks up with him, if that's considered breaking up, because they're not technically together. Well, I mean, they kind of sealed the deal with a kiss a little bit. So, yeah, I guess she did break up with Mecca, and Mecca ain't happy, okay? And so she denies the meeting between him and Zeke. And so he is not trying to hear that, okay? He was like, hey, if you don't tell Zeke what's going on, I am going to tell him what is going on. And so Monet was like, you don't want them problems, bruh. Like, I can't break up my family. Like, Papi Chulo is not going to be happy, okay? So, y'all, we see Papi and Diana. They're in the kitchen. And he was like, great news, baby girl. We done paid your tuition to go to St. John's University, okay? And Diana was just not happy. She was like, I ain't want to go there. I'm like, girl, where you want to go? To Howard? Where you want to go, girl? And she was like, no, St. John's is in Queens, okay? I wanted to go to Stansfield with Tariq. I'm like, you so-called using Tariq as a way of wanting to go to Stansfield. We know damn well you want to go up there and to get, freak you with Tariq and whatnot. Girl, you ain't fooling nobody. And low-key, you know what I'm saying, St. John's is a real good school. Like, growing up, it was a real good basketball school. And that's, what she wanted to do was play ball. So, maybe she, grew out of that wanting to play ball mess. But yeah, girl, you ain't slick. You wanted to be up in there with Tariq. But I can see a pro and a con with her going to Stansfield. It will be a con because we don't want her there with the whole course correct situation. That can get messy. But she could serve as another, quote unquote employee for course correct to oversee some of the things that's going on with Tariq and Brayden. So it could be a good or bad thing for her to be at Stansfield. But girl, you need to just go down south or something. Just get away from the whole family because all y'all's trash any damn way, okay? So Papi and Drew talk. And oh yeah, y'all backwards a little bit. Diana low-key snitched on her mammy, okay, and said, hey, did you know Monet had an exit plan and then did not include you? So we switched to Papi and Drew, and Papi is asking Drew, like, hey, what is this plan your mama was talking about, that didn't include me? So Drew, explains, hey, Monet wanted us to, travel with Zeke and work for Zeke when he hits pro and blah, blah, blah. And Papi Chulo was like, no, I am not trying to be up in here working for your dumbass cousin, okay? He say dumbass, but we know Zeke is a dumbass, okay? So Papi Chulo gives Drew an assignment to pretty much move on their competition, okay? Because they're trying to get their name back in them streets and whatnot. So Drew was like, okay, Papi Chulo, I'm up for the challenge, all right? So Tariq and Brayden, they're in their dorm room and they're having a cute little apology conversation, y'all. Like, I ain't gonna lie, I was getting a little sappy. I was like, oh my God, I feel so relieved. Like, it was like a good sex session when you wanted to hit the blunt or the cigarette afterward. Like, it just felt so good. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was like a really good couples therapy session, not really like they're a romantic couple. They're, they a little team or whatnot. So I was happy Tariq completely comes clean and tells Brayden pretty much everything Not really about killing his daddy, but everything after that, okay? About the whole Ramirez and Professor plagiarization situation, aka Jabari. So I was really happy for Tariq in this moment, okay? And so we see this new organization forming, y'all. We see Tariq, Braden, and Diana. They're meeting up at Lauren's brother's apartment. I'm like, Tariq, you still using this place? Like, did you get a second key made or something? Because you told Lauren that you was going to be out once you get your stuff, okay? And this seems like a day or so later. Like, so what are we doing here, okay? I was nervous the whole time thinking Lauren was going to go ahead and bust up in the joint. But yeah, y'all, they having a whole meeting, and they got a little team together because Tariq, he cannot go anywhere but the 3 places I mentioned earlier. He can only go to campus, to the apartment that Lauren had for him, and Davis's office. So yeah, y'all, this is going to be the new team, all right? So Brady, he's going to be doing the transactions with the dropping off of the product and the money. And Effie, I believe Effie is doing transportation as well. So I'm mixing it up, I think. But low-key, Braden and Effie is going to be Tariq's team, okay? Y'all, so Papi Chulo and Kane meet up, and hey, he was like, so where's the connect? And Kane was like, I am the connect. I'm like, nigga, what? So low-key, Kane is pretty much bossing up on Papi Chulo, and Papi Chulo was like, oh, you trying to be my boss or my son, okay? And this is funny because it reminds me of the conversation that Kane and Monet had last episode when he was asking Monet, hey, are you my mother? Or are you my, he said, am I your son or your muscle? And she said both. So it's kind of interesting when everybody's questioning everybody's role in the family. So I thought that was a little cute writing or whatever. So Kane was like, hey, you lied to me. You told me I was going to be next in line. Obviously, Drew is next in line in your book. So yeah, Barbara, yeah. So this is what's going to be, okay? So yeah, Papi Chulo was like, hey, when things go wrong with your little connect, don't ask me for ish, okay? Are you my son? I'ma still love you. But yeah, you wrong and foul for this ish. And this is the reason why I chose Drew in the first damn place, okay? So y'all, we see Lauren, okay? She is pleading to Jenny, aka the DA lady's office, like, hey, I don't want to be a part of this. I was tricked into, wearing this wire. I do not want to testify. I do not feel comfortable, okay? I was tricked, girl. I was tricked. And so we see Sax. He overhears this conversation, okay? Because the DA lady didn't know he was going to show up. So when Lauren leaves, Sax kind of comes in and she was like, oh, what are you doing here? So y'all, we know Sax is going to have a dilemma because he could use this information to possibly help Tariq, but he could possibly withhold this information. And I don't know, like, he's definitely going to use this information to his advantage, because Sax, he's really dealing with the moral dilemma. He's still thinking like a prosecutor still, and it's going to be a problem. And low key, Method Man, aka Lord, I can't remember his lawyer name, y'all. But he's pretty much grooming Sax, because he needs to make sure Sax understands and knows what he's doing in terms of criminal cases, okay? Because he wants Sax to get his brother out of prison. So he needs to make sure Sax is on his P's and Q's, okay? Because he cannot have him effing up his brother's case, and any other case, especially his brother. But he needs Tariq's money, okay? Tariq is very, very profitable at this point. So yeah, Sax, I'm very, very, very curious. Like, Sax is the dude I love to hate and hate to love. So yeah, y'all, we're going to see what's going on with Sax, okay? So Braden, we see him stealing the college book from his family house because Tariq asked him to grab it because it's going to help him with his case, because he low-key was like, hey, Braden, it's low-key your fault. Low-key, high-key, your fault. I'm up in this situation, okay? So, y'all, We see Mecca, he on the street, y'all. He is watching Zeke play basketball from afar. And I'm like, oh, Poppy wants to see his son. I don't know. Should I call him Poppy? What is Mecca's ethnicity? I don't even know. I mean, he definitely got some Spaniardism in him. So I don't know. But y'all, prediction, episode 7 or 8, Mecca's going to have a Jody from Baby Boy moment, okay? He gonna be like, I want to see my son. I want to see my son. Like, he's gonna be like, bro, like, I want to see my baby, okay? I don't care about no NBA or whatnot. I give him more. I make more. I make more than what these players make. I don't need to live off my son because I don't want to come off that way like, oh, I'm just trying to be around because he about to go pro. And Zeke better not think that either, okay? As Monet's old trifling behind that, kept all these secrets. So y'all, Effie and Tariq, they meet up in Lauren's apartment, and she's pretty much trying to help him take this ankle monitor off. And I'm like, Tariq, you just need to just abide by the law, please, sir. God, dog, you don't need to go nowhere, okay? In this day and age, you really don't need to low-key leave your house, okay? Because most people work from home. If you hungry, you get some Uber Eats or DoorDash or Postmates, wherever you live at. You get your groceries. They got, Instacart to deliver your groceries. You can pay all your bills online. Like, you really don't need to leave the house. You could low-key be a hermit in 2022 at this point, okay? But that's not really socially healthy. So, therefore, that's not going to work because Tariq is trying to sell the drugs and whatnot, okay? So, Tariq, he confides in her and he shows her the letter that Ghost wrote. And he was like, yeah, my father knew me better than what I thought. And Effie, I really appreciated her because she was like, maybe he didn't know you at all. Like, I'm like, dang, Effie, like, you really doing it, girl. Like, yes, like, I'm loving Effie, okay? And so that makes Tariq think hey, maybe, I can change my life. Because Effie was like, hey, your story is not over yet, bro. I mean, Tariq, you 19. Like, calm down. Stop stressing out, all right? So, they pretty much, discuss everything. And he comes clean and tells her everything, about the situation. And he also was like, hey, I don't want to have to kill Kane, even though he set me up. I want to go a different route. It doesn't make sense for me to kill him. I'm going to still lose anyway. Like, I need to figure out another way. And Ghost was kind of creative like that, too, because there were a couple situations where he could have opted to kill people, but he either tried to pay them off and send them away or, set them up to go to jail. So I think Tariq is going to get very creative when it comes to dealing with Kane because he don't need no more bodies, okay? He don't need no more bodies because the eyes is watching, okay? But y'all, Effie leaves, she gives him a little kiss. And I'm like, Lord, Lauren is going to walk up in here. Every time the people shot a scene in Lauren's brother's apartment, I was nervous, y'all. I'm like, Lauren's going to bust up in here. Lauren's going to bust up in here. Lord, but Tariq, how long you gonna be up in here, bro? Like, we don't know you, especially if you're not talking to Lauren no more. Like, you don't know what's going on with her brother, if he's gonna get out the halfway house. Like, you really cutting it real close, okay? Because y'all can low-key have these meetings in the dorm room. I mean, y'all gotta make sure it ain't got no wires and whatnot, or talking code or something. But this ain't cute. This is real. This is some nigga shit. Let me just say it for real, because you out here kissing another woman in another woman's brother's apartment. Tariq, oh my God. Y'all, let me go. So long story short, she leaves. He burns the letter that Ghost wrote him. And yeah, y'all, the episode went off, y'all. Like, I really enjoyed this episode. This has to be my favorite thus far. I'm excited. We got a few more episodes left, but please like your girl's video, leave a comment, subscribe to my channel, share this if you think anyone else will be interested in my commentary. But I appreciate you guys listening thus far. Oh my God, this review is hella long, bruh. But your girl happy, okay? I'm chatting it up. I can talk now. My voice is probably at a good 89%. So yeah, y'all. Holla at your girl, and I will see you guys next episode. Bye-bye.